Flight boss, bitch, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind Evident Terry the Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, we're going to talk about programming. Now, first of all, the reason this issue of thought even got ushered in this realm of reality is because this whole solar system have shifted into 4th D. You know what I'm saying? Have left 3D and went to 4th D. So all the beings that's within it, you on Earth, you within it, have a level of 4th D consciousness. But you have a lot of people who are still attached to 3D. Now, here's what's going on. You have a 3D consciousness being that's working with a 4th D level, a 4th dimensional consciousness right now, right? And created a 4th dimensional outlet so 3-dimensional people can go in. So now 3rd-dimensional people are using their 4th dimensional consciousness in a 4th dimensional realm ran by a 3rd-dimensional being. So this is a 4th dimension underneath the 3rd dimension. So this is like a compound number. This is an add-on. So anybody who's using the number 13, you know what I'm saying? Think about the time all this shit got started getting ushered in. Around 2012, maybe a few years before then. You know what I'm saying? This is society getting you prepared. Now, these high conscious intellectual beings that's really running shit, they already know what's going on. So they already know how to utilize stations, radio stations, to program certain situations to appear certain ways. You know what I'm saying? Because they already know where the conscious flow is going. So they would even utilize a high consciousness person to still push their agenda. When that person who's talking, talk to you and make you think that they're actually breaking away from their agenda, when they're really not. They're really adding on to it. So 13, what is 13? 1 plus 3, that's 4. So we're talking about the 4th dimension. But it's 13. It's compound. It's a 1 after 3. We know it's only 9 numbers. So if it's a 1 before the 3, then that means it's under the 9 dimensions. Or it could be higher, depending on the frequency it's vibrating on. But the natural one is this. So it's compound. So it's added on. So anytime really something added on, it goes down. Because added, weight, density. So it goes down. So it's a 1 and a 3. So it's adding on to the already 3rd dimension. So it's adding 1 to it. So 1 plus 3, numerology is 4. So it equals 4th dimension. You see what I'm saying? So all this was the high intellectual beings coming through, and then the people down here starting to receive the lights and the information and started kicking science like you was like the technology, you was like the computer. So this was their first mechanisms of getting you ready to absorb your whole being into the 4th dimension. Like they already did it through the frequency, which is ideas, spirit, space, you know what I'm saying, thoughts, your spirit, you know what I'm saying, spirits in general. Then the vibration, what came second? The soul, emotions, feelings, vibrations. They already got those, the experience. They already got those two. Now they about to start bringing that shit physically. You finna physically be in the 4th dimensional realm underneath, ran by a 3rd dimensional being. You underneath. So you using your 4th dimensional consciousness in a 4th dimensional realm ran by a 3rd dimensional being when you already in the 4th dimension outside of that. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand what's going on now. And just for people kicking science, like, okay, everything is a program and you getting downloaded and uploaded with shit. You know what I'm saying? Which really downloaded and uploaded. Look, this is what it is. To upload is to put something into a system. To download is to download or upload within a system. So when we're talking about programming and stations and shit, a station and a program is frequencies that's migrating, aka vibrating. A group of spirits humming together in a vibration in a sign, or a physical representation of something. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of spirits migrating together to become a soul, to become a being. You know what I'm saying? So when we say frequency, when you talk about a radio station, right? A radio station, what it do? It pick up frequencies. So what? It pick up thoughts, ideas. It pick up spirits. It pick up frequencies. It pick up areas of space. You have to be in a specific location to pick up that frequency. You have to be in a specific space to pick up that frequency, right? And whatever that frequency is, you're tapping into those thoughts, those ideas, aka whatever that radio station stands for, whatever type of music it play, right? And the spirits that's migrating creates vibrations. So each whatever podcast or radio station you listen to, right, it make you feel a certain way, right? And that's a vibration. So when you upload something when you download, when they say you got some downloads, you program because you got a bunch of downloads, what they mean is you're a person who utilized by a lot of spirits. You may be a person who be like, oh, I see a little artist in you. I see a little actress in you. I see a little actor in you. Yeah, you got a spirit in you that's waiting to utilize your vessel to use it. Now, if you resonate with it, it's up to you. Now, based upon the realm of reality and the experience that thought perceive it to be, it may be positive to that thought, aka that spirit. So you is just here experiencing. You already the idea. You already the feeling. You already this. So if you just resonate with that, you just experiencing what that vessel wanted to experience. But you need to, what that being wanted to experience. But you need to understand that it's still not you. You know what I'm saying? Now, because we all here just to experience. Now, how you feel within the experience, right? You're going to start picking up things, little things that you do like and little things that you don't like about that experience. That lets you know right there that you are experiencing a realm of reality, not of what you created, what you may have received. You see what I'm saying? So, when we want to sit here and talk about this whole issue and of knowledge about programming is them getting you ready. Because think about it, people already they getting you ready to live in the fourth dimensional realm within the third dimensional realm, where you're supposed to live in the fourth dimensional realm because the whole third dimension is elevated to the fourth dimension. You see what I'm saying? All the conscious beings. So the people who have been elevated, instead of going up, they going down. They going in the fourth dimension that's created by the third dimension being. While this third dimension being is experiencing fourth dimension with all the high conscious beings. And think about it. People give their whole life already to social media. Facebook. You see what I'm saying? Instagram. Twitter. Fuck the birds. You know what I'm saying? Fuck getting their information from the real spirits and the birds tweeting. They're getting memes they're getting memes and shit off of Twitter to post, to represent them, to learn something, to read, to get information about. You know what I'm saying? That's fuck weighing grams and having grams in reality, adding shit in reality that could be yours. They want instant grams. They want weight and thoughts added to them instantly. This is why Instagram getting so big, because it's like people can download, aka it's the spirits. You know what I'm saying? You catching a bunch of spirits and feelings fast, instantly. You know what I'm saying? This is why it even made people's attention span shorter. They want things faster. They don't even care if the video is only 13, 14 seconds. It's a quick feeling. It's a quick thought. It's a quick frequency. It's a quick vibration. They could go through many of them. You see what I'm saying? Facebook. People don't want to face reality, so they put their reality on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And the shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? People put their whole life on Facebook, but if I bet you call them right now, I bet they probably won't even pick up the phone. See what I'm saying? So they don't want to do the reality. They want to put that shit on Facebook. And like I said, ain't nothing wrong with these things, but you just have to understand what's going on. Just like radio programmers and all these things and stations. Now, they're robots. So anybody who's an interviewer, a radio host, anything like that, they're robots. They're the basic definition of a robot. Because when you take words, which is sigils, spells, letters, right, frequencies, and they carry certain vibrations, right, it'll make your soul, attack your soul, right, it's a station for that, based upon the sign, or the name of the sigil, or whatever the station, or whatever location is at, right, and when they start migrating, right, they already got a group of questions to ask you, aka they already got a group of programs packaged. So when a celebrity come in and get ready to get interviewed, they start receiving downloads. They start receiving downloads instantly. Soon as the interviewers start asking questions, because these questions that they ask them is already pre-packaged frequency vibrations, pre-packaged spirits, and pre-packaged already ways to feel about certain ways. So the radio hosts, a lot of times, they don't even personally dive into what questions they're asking. A lot of times they sit back in a group and come up with questions to ask based upon the general consensus of things, or what we should ask about this artist and or the celebrity or actor or actress. You know what I'm saying? So the interview ain't nothing but a robot, because all they did was download a bunch of uploads within a system, set a station, right? And then start running the program soon as they started interviewing you. Soon as they say start, get the cameras rolling, mics on, boom, and they start running the program. Then the celebrities sit there and gotta take all these motherfucking downloads. That's why it's important for celebrities to not be taking all these motherfucking interviews and create your aura and your currency big enough to the point that you program the program, to the point that when you go to the radio stations, they have to ask the questions you only want to answer. You control the programming. You know what I'm saying? That's when you make your currency so big. There's only a few celebrities that can do that. That go into certain radio stations and shit like that, and they prepackage their own contracts. They prepackage their own program, and their currency is so big that the program has to go with that program. You see what I'm saying? Or we're not going to share the same cable. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, we're not going to connect. I'm not going to be able to come to your station. You see what I'm saying? So only if you like people like Jay-Z can do this. Drake, he can do this. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar can. He just don't never tap into that realm of reality, because he probably know what it's about. He probably don't know what it's about on the highest level of consciousness as me. But everybody on their own path. He got senses of shit in his own way, whatever his spiritual path on, to know not to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because he a big enough artist that he can do that. But he don't even do too many interviews and shit like that. And the ones he do, it is kind of, it's a one that's free of programming. You see what I'm saying? Like, he did it subconsciously. You know what I'm saying? But that's why some of these celebrities need to call me. For real. I love all y'all. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying, as Archangel Uriel, that's how you have to look at these things. And yeah, it's like the interviewer ain't nothing but a robot. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally. Now, you have some diamonds in the dirt who utilize their own personality. You know what I'm saying? To the point that they utilize their own vessel. So, you got like people like Charlemagne the God. You know what I'm saying? You have people like Taxstone and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But those diamonds in the dirt. The reason why I said that is because, like, a station is really like a channel. And if you are a person that's not willing to channel the station, if you're not willing to channel the frequencies how that channel wants you to channel it, then you're gonna appear disgruntled. And how they gonna use you? You're not even channeling right. That's what it is. You're channeling them spirits and those vibrations. I don't give a fuck if you want to look at it my way or not look at it, man. That's what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? So so a lot of these diamonds in the dirt, they may go through a lot of obstacles and situations of getting fired and not knowing what they're gonna do next. But they was in a state of being so much that they built up enough currency that they're able to receive more. You know what I'm saying? So they're able to receive more than what they just had or where they just left. That's how it plays. You know what I'm saying? Because when you in a state of being, you're building up currency. You see what I'm saying? And you're not getting affiliated by everything else when you just constantly receiving. That can overwhelm you. But when you're in a state of being or in a state of just being yourself, it can tap you into that realm also. You know what I'm saying? And these people was more willing to be themselves other than channeling the program. You know what I'm saying? Because so a lot of times that's like being disgruntled. Oh, you're not channeling our program right. You know what I'm saying? You're asking questions that we're not telling you. You know what I'm saying? You're not channeling our program right. So you're not being used as a vessel by the spirits that's migrating. You know what I'm saying? By the frequency vibrations of the station. You're not channeling the program right. So you go through getting fired and shit like that, but you risk that at your own currency because you was just being yourself. And if you don't get overwhelmed by that and dive into the lights again, you stay being yourself, right? The universe, you're able to receive more. See, that's that little friction I was talking about. So you end up getting more than what you just had in the last situation you was just in. Because you built your currency by just being. But a lot of these people was doing it subconsciously because they were just being themselves. So that's why I need to talk to Charlemagne. See, I need to talk to some of y'all. You see what I'm saying? Now, When we talking about downloads and programs and programming and shit like that, that's just like when somebody say, "Oh, you got something in you," or something like that, or when you say, "I'm about to do this," or "I should do this," or "That's a good idea." You know what I'm saying? Or "I just had a thought." It's just the simplest shit. When you say, "I just had a thought," right? You ain't just had that thought, right? So you just got that thought. You already the thought. You already the feeling. You already the energy. You already the frequency, vibration, and energy, the body. You know what I'm saying? So your your willingness and your ableness to decipher what you just received becomes your thoughts, becomes your feelings. But when you go along with something, you get used as a vessel. So it's shit every day that people just be like, "Oh, I don't know what you talking about. This me. These are my ideas." So what you don't understand is you just said these are my ideas. These are your spirits. These are the spirits you're working with. These are the ones you're resonating with. But you didn't just have it. So it's not yours. But you're just claiming it. So this go back to the internet. People not coming out here coming up with their own knowledge by receiving shit from the world, by being in nature and living real life and experiences, right? Then differentiating who's right and wrong, and then that becomes their own thoughts, right? They're not doing that. They're going on the internet and looking at fourth dimension and the third dimension, right? And seeing someone who already put the work in and taking their shit and posting it on their page for this to represent them. So now even your conscious awareness is even they got the fourth dimension, got your conscious awareness, it got your spirit, it got your soul. You know what I'm saying? It got your third eye. People want to realize everything about the internet, everything about technology, to the point that they're comparing it with themselves. They're realizing that they're downloading it and uploading too. They're realizing that people are programmed also. So people are using their third eye in this realm of reality, when really a program that ain't what it is. What it is this spirit's coming to you. Now you letting a program come to you now. So this is your whole realm of reality of how you look at it. So you look at it in a fourth dimension, you look at it in a fourth dimension ran by a third dimensional being. When really what it overall is, you know what I'm saying? This shit is crazy, man. But people are utilized every day. Just think about it. You say, I got a thought. So you just got a thought. You just got a spirit. And depending on how deep you resonate with it is how deeply you willing to let that use you as a vessel. Remind you, what may appear to be positive into the light to that vessel that you're being utilized as from that idea might not be good to somebody else. So that's letting you know right there that that's individual. That's deficiating. You are experiencing another timeline. You're not experiencing your own timeline. Because 9 times out of 10, that idea that you get is taking you to a realm of reality that's already created. So that's letting you know that you got it. Like, listen, it's a hard thing to think, because if everybody jump on this level that I'm talking about, it's gonna really seem chaotic, because it's gonna be like, damn, nobody ain't doing nothing. But you fail to realize that everything you doing was shit created for you to do. Once everybody do step into a state of just being, everybody will start doing shit. Some real shit. Instead of creating a plane to fly, people will be flying literally. Like, people are so programmed. Let's get back to the fourth dimension. People are so programmed that they scared to delete programs. You know what I'm saying? People use certain apps every day. You know what I'm saying? People use the Hope app every day. Use the Work app every day. Use the Time app every day. Use the Emotion and Feeling app every day. Use the Brain app every day. You see what I'm saying? You know, use the Religion app. You know what I'm saying? Use the Conscious app. Use the Science app. Niggas using apps every day. So when you come in and upload, so we all in a system. We all in a universe. So when you come in, when a nigga come in and upload a hard ass program, right? Upload some shit, right? What happens when you upload some new shit on your computer? Say you download you had Windows 10 and Windows 11 came out, you upload Windows 11. What happens? A lot of the old programs start fucking up, right? They start fucking up, right? So when a nigga come in with a hard ass program, right? That shit start getting downloaded by certain people and shit like that. Other programs have to stop working. Shit, the program that you just uploaded might take so much space and shit like that. And then once other people start seeing what this program do and shit, they might start deleting programs because they might not even got enough RAM or enough space on their computer. So they start deleting programs and shit on their computer in order to get that program. You see what I'm saying? On their hardwire. And we even got to talk about that too. Let's talk about motherfucking because like I said, they selling air already. The moment I have to pay to put some air in my motherfucking tire, nigga, they selling air. So they about to sell space. Matter of fact, they already sell space. For you to live on a land, you have to pay. The only way you can live on a land and not pay in this society under these realms of lights and illusions, you perceived as a bum. You perceived as someone who not participating with these lights and realms and realities to the utmost degree. And those would be some of the most wisest people. But they're not going to be seen wise under this illusion. That's because it's not, people think it's the people. Nah, it's the beings in the people. So at some point in time, we're going to start blaming it's the fucking sun. It's Mercury. And it's beings from there and shit like that. But you need to understand, it's in the realm of reality where they selling it. So if you in the fourth dimension, ran by a third dimensional being, this is one of the motherfucking reasons I gotta buy fucking RAM. I gotta buy fucking space for my computer. I gotta, and yeah, for everybody who got a NATO reading, also, I need y'all to download it. And I know this is so contradictory, but if you got a NATO reading and I send it through the email, please download it because I have to clear my my Google Drive. Because if not, I gotta pay for more RAM. I gotta pay for more space. So you gotta think about this shit. You like, man, Uriel Dolo don't know what he's talking about, man. He going too far. He going too far. Am I? Okay. Who gave the authority and right to who's ever selling space? And let's go to small as the computer. Why do you have to buy space on a computer? Now you gotta have a bunch of science people. Oh, because of this, that, and third, right? So that lets you know that's an imperfect realm. Because out here is infinite space. But these niggas is even running game out here. You better hope I swear in 10 or 20 years, because I don't think y'all listen to me. Y'all motherfuckers better hope they don't start selling the motherfucking air you breathe. I'm telling you. You think I'm talking crazy. I see it. It's gonna be a time of day that y'all motherfuckers is in virtual. Y'all gonna be in 4D ran by a third dimensional being in the fourth dimension, right? So y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna know if y'all living or not in reality, because y'all gonna have virtual reality glasses and shit like that. A lot of people gonna die in this reality, still be living in this reality. A lot of people gonna be confused and shit. So far deep into the fourth dimensional room, their whole life gonna be in the fourth dimension, like physically, right? You gotta buy more space if you want to upload and download more ideas and thoughts, aka programs, right? I already see this shit happening, and what's gonna happen is everybody gonna get so stagnated that you gonna end up having to pay for the air you breathe. So whatever location you migrating at to experience this fourth dimensional realm, you gonna have to pay for that location. And how they gonna do it is gonna be in a way of like a Wi-Fi type thing, because everybody already all in the phone, all in the computer. Next is gonna be all in the virtual reality, right? They already started it with that Pokemon shit, so it's gonna be all in the virtual reality, right? Now after that, it's gonna be like life. So you're gonna need to get charged up. So they're gonna make it like a Wi-Fi type thing. So you go to these type of areas and locations within your city for these things to continue, right? But you're going to have to pay for that location to be there. You may have to pay like $5 for 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? $10 for 20 minutes or something like that for that virtual reality glasses thing or whatever to keep migrating. But what you don't understand is what's happening is they making you pay for the air you're breathing. Hey, man, they about to get deep with this shit. Like, and they about to really get deep for this shit, because it's really about to be that deep, man. This shit is crazy, man. I see it. And I ain't doing nothing for participating by putting all my levels of consciousness on the internet. Because now what's happening is the internet in the fourth dimensional realm that's ran by this third dimensional beings. My consciousness is getting uploaded in the system. They're able to download this shit and create all kind of hardwares and spywares and systems for people like me, and for programs like me. So when y'all completely into this shit, y'all ain't even gonna be able to upload. Y'all ain't even gonna be able to download none of my programs, because they're gonna have other programs and other people here. Like watch anybody who on the internet who got conscious videos, but they hide behind pictures. They hide behind other shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they want to channel other shit. They want to tell you what the Palladians thinking about. They want to tell you what the Reptilians thinking about. They want to tell you what the Arcturians thinking about. And then they want to watch these motherfuckers, because these motherfuckers ain't doing nothing but watching niggas like me that's showing and proving. A lot of y'all motherfuckers talking about y'all gods and shit like that. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't doing nothing but living a natural motherfucking life. Y'all ain't showing and proving. You gotta show and prove. What you is up there, you is that shit down here. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm that shit too, but nobody know that shit. I ain't never seen your videos. I ain't never seen no shit you was kicking. So who the fuck are you to be coming on my shit telling me I ain't shit? You know what I'm saying? You ain't showing and proving shit. So for the most part, that's what the fuck is all about. And you got a lot of motherfuckers who hide behind pictures and motherfucking and then they kick a lot of shit because they watch a lot of people like me and a lot of other people who on here showing and proving with chalkboards and shit like that. They watch all these motherfuckers, right? And see, they be channeling and shit, and they trying to tell you what the Arcturians. So what they do, they snitch. But just by them watching us and my soul group and shit, they receive, right? So it goes back to the shit that the worlds that they in. And if these the motherfuckers that's preaching Arcturian shit like that, this is the information that they giving that shit to. So then they try to reword shit and pretty package shit, right? And then put the shit out, right? Like they telling you something. And it was some shit, all the spirits and shit that they learned from us, from the real guys, from the guys who down here showing and proving, who actually living and experiencing. And they put it in logical words and shit like that and pretty it up for you in like 5 minutes and shit like that. And get like 100,000 views and shit. You know what I'm saying? And got a lot of lower beings on the bottom talk about how they resonate with this so much. How the fourth and fifth dimension mean love and light. Y'all motherfuckers, man. Y'all fourth dimensional motherfuckers right there. Cause y'all not doing nothing but teaching people that you can take a meme. You could take a picture of an illusion or a creation that's already out there for you to access, right? And for this to represent you. Now, all y'all motherfuckers is representing these old gods and spirits in the fourth dimensional realm, ran by a third dimensional realm, a third dimensional being. And we all in the fourth dimension. We all on even playing fields with these oversouls and shit right now. You can look an oversoul in the face right now, but not if you still stuck in 3D. Now, if you still tapped into the religion programs and shit like that, that means you still ran. Anybody who go on the internet and get their religious practice is now ran by a fourth dimensional replication of that person. But say of that God. So people who still into Jesus Christ and get on the internet to learn about Jesus Christ and preachers on the internet, you're getting a replica in the fourth dimensional. Now, if the third dimensional being that run this fourth dimensional being, say that they end up deciding to cut off all internet services now. Now you're gonna be running and thinking like, damn, how the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Stupid ass. And then that's why TV is outdated now. Because TV is a concept based on the third dimension. So the TV is still like a box. It's still ran by it can pick up frequencies from the fourth dimension and fifth dimension, but it can only go so far. So it can only go so far as like flat screen, HD, digital, you know what I'm saying, blue screen, shit like that. But it's it for TVs because TV is lacking the fourth dimensional processes. Like a TV can't upload and download, and until a TV can upload and download, it's gonna be out of the race. You know what I'm saying? Right now, Right now, the programming is fourth dimensional programming. See, the TVs is third dimensional programming. So them channels on TV is outdated. You see what I'm saying? Now everybody is onto their phones and computers and shit because that's fourth dimensional programming. So people are getting their uploads and downloads, aka spirits, and vibrating with those spirits in the fourth dimensional way now. But you're getting a fourth dimensional being that created a fourth dimensional you're getting a third dimensional being that created a fourth dimensional concept because we all can do this. But this motherfucker done got y'all in that realm. So you're in a fourth dimension underneath the third dimension. All that 13 shit. All that shit, man. I'm gonna stop this motherfucker video though, but y'all motherfuckers get elevated. Flight boss, bitch, goddamn ass.